Hello. This is Joe from Access Fixtures, and today we will discuss Build America by America and the implications for the USA lighting industry. If you like this video, please press the like button. It helps us out. To learn more about commercial, industrial, and sports lighting, subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into what you need to know. The Buy America Act was originally established by the Surface Transportation Assistance Act of 1982, a transportation funding and policy act created under the Reagan administration. The Buy America Act was intended to give preference for the use of domestically produced materials on any procurements funded at least in part by the federal government. On November 15, 2021, President Biden signed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, IIJA, including the Build America, Buy America Act, which strengthened the previous laws. The act provides statutory authority for the Made in America office, within the Office of Management and Budget, to maximize and enforce compliance. A clarification was issued by the Made in America office on April 18, 2022, states: by May 14, 2022, federal agencies must ensure that all applicable programs comply with the Act, including the incorporation of a Buy America preference in the terms and conditions of each award with an infrastructure project. What is an infrastructure project? The U.S. Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act of 2021, IIJA, provides $284 billion in new spending for transportation infrastructure in the United States of America. Infrastructure projects supported by federal funds under the IIJA are defined. The IIJA's definition of infrastructure encompasses public infrastructure projects. Thus, the term infrastructure includes, at minimum, the structure, equipment, and facilities for, in the United States, roads, highways, and bridges, public transportation, dams, ports, harbors, and other maritime facilities, intercity passenger and freight railroads, freight and intermodal facilities, airports, water systems, including drinking water and wastewater systems, electrical transmission facilities and systems, utilities, broadband infrastructure, and buildings and real property. Further, when determining if a program has infrastructure expenditures, federal agencies should interpret the term infrastructure broadly. What does compliance require? Products utilized for projects falling under the BAA requirements from IIJA are required to be 100% manufactured in the United States. Further definition: these products may fall under three categories. 1. Iron and steel. 2. Manufactured products. 3. Construction materials. For the iron and steel category, which includes steel lighting poles, the requirements are: the steel must be mined, melted, manufactured, and coated in the United States. The manufactured products category includes luminaires, arms, aluminum poles, and bases. The requirements were specified by the final rule determined by the Federal Acquisition Regulatory Council on March 7, 2022. Manufactured products must meet the cost of components test based on domestic content thresholds that escalate. The cost of components is determined by the ratio of the cost of domestically sourced components divided by the cost of components from outside the U.S. This explicitly omits the cost of the final assembly. The domestic content thresholds are as follows: 55% threshold for items delivered until October 25, 2022. 60% threshold for items delivered 2022 to 2023. 65% threshold for items delivered 2024 to 2028. 75% threshold for items delivered starting in 2028. So, what does Build America by America mean for the U.S. lighting industry? The Made in the U.S. part is fairly easy for most U.S. manufacturers. The cost of components test is more difficult. Most LED chips and LED power supplies are produced offshore, and final assembly is not part of the equation in the COCT. Ignoring the requirements, hoping that they will not be enforced, isn't a solution. The federal government is using infrastructure funds to bolster America's industrial base, protect national security, and support high-paying jobs. Compliance with BABA is the only solution. Access Fixtures can meet your lighting project requirements with Build America Act and Build America by America compliant lighting, arms, and light poles. For more information, speak with an Access Fixtures lighting specialist.